For Reaper Metal Productions, I am Adam of Unbaptized Records, here to make a brand new video for you today. Today is video number 5, talking about my tape collection. Last time I talked about bands like Faith Extractor, and I went through all 3 of the albums that I own by them on tape. And now I will go to the last thing I own by Faith Extractor. This also came out on 7-inch. I have 2 copies of it. There's a black copy and I believe a color vinyl as well. I think it was green. Came with a patch, and the patch is on my vest. And there's also a really nice poster that came with it that matches the album art here. So this is, I guess, an EP or demo. I'm not sure exactly what to call it, but it's Total Death Illusion. So I have the tape in the 2 versions of the 7-inch along with the poster, which is awesome. This is on a silver tape, which is cool. I feel like I don't see a lot of silver, which I'm not usually the biggest fan of silver or gold on vinyl, but on tape I think it actually looks pretty cool. And there's just 2 songs on here. I believe that the 7-inch has 3 songs, but it's been a while since I spun it. Next we have a tape I actually got for free from Reaper Metal when I won the Mark Riddick artwork, and it's a Mark Riddick band, his band, Fetid Zombie. So this is the release Transmutations. I believe I got this kind of like as a pre-release because I don't think I saw this like officially released for a few months till after I got this, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly what to think of Mark's band. I enjoy it. I only have, I think, this release, the split with Hell Ripper, and one more EP. I don't know if I listened to this tape yet, but I listened to the EP. I think it's called Death Covenant, and I really enjoyed it. The vocals kind of reminded me of early John Tardy. So if you're a fan of that, go check that out. But he has a lot of music out, and I enjoy it. At least a little bit I've heard of it so far. Next we have Fay Disciple, one of my favorite bands that unfortunately not a lot of people have heard of. Definitely a band I want to do its own video on, and this is A Hell in Living Flesh. This is their newest EP. They have 4 EPs in the full length. This one came out on CD and tape. I have obviously a copy of each, and this is with their newest vocalist. So the previous vocalist did all the releases except for this, left the band, and thankfully they're still around because I wasn't sure. They were on hiatus for so long, and the last release I think they did was like 2014, so this is 2022. So I'm really glad the band is still around, and that's definitely another band that if my label gets off the ground, I would love to work with them in the future, especially putting out at some point even an LP or a picture disc of their full length. That would be amazing. Next we have a tape that you should be familiar with if you watched my previous videos. I did the unboxing for this. This is the first Gravesend release, I guess considered a demo by the band. And this is the demo titled Preparations for Human Disposal. This is awesome for a newer band. They're from New York. They're like a black and grind band. This is a fantastic release. I had this on my wish list for a while. Unfortunately, only available on tape, but luckily I do collect tapes, as you can see here. Definitely not my favorite format, but if you got to get it, still better than not owning it. So hopefully this gets released on CD at some point in the future. So Gravesend sees this, please, please, please re-release this on CD and LP at some point. And I don't think people will be disappointed if they listen to it. All right, next 4 tapes here is another Matt Harvey band. You saw in my previous video, number 4. If you haven't seen it, please go back and watch it. But I talked about the band Exhumed. This is another band by Matt Harvey. This is the death worship band Gruesome. So there's 4 releases here. This one is Savage Land. Pretty sure this is in the right order. So this is, again, basically band death. This is almost like a 1-for-1 worship of their band based on their individual albums. So, one sounds like their first release. I'm not sure if they did anything from the demos, but goes, Scream, Bloody Gore, and then Leprosy. And I'm not sure if they have a recent release or something planned, but it'll be in the spiritual healing vibe, I'm sure. So this one's Savage Land, also still brand new and sealed. Next is Dimensions of Horror. Again, pretty sure this is the right order. I haven't really listened to this band much. I do enjoy it, but definitely not my favorite project by Matt Harvey. And sometimes you just buy records, you want to own them. This is when Relapse was probably having a big sale. Bought all these tapes. I have the CD as well. And then sometimes you listen to it once, kind of forget how it sounds, and then just sits on your shelf for a little bit. So I'm definitely guilty of that. And then next is Gruesome's Twisted Prayers tape. Again, I have the CD of all of these. So I'm guessing maybe this is more the spiritual healing one. Again, I kind of feel like I shouldn't even qualify to talk about this stuff. But again, I picked it up knowing I'm going to listen to it eventually. And I just think I have a copy brand new and sealed and haven't listened to it yet. But, or I probably did listen to it once. And there's so much music I've listened to around the same time. Honestly, forgot exactly what it sounded like. But given the cover, it looks like spiritual healing. And then they have a single here, Fragments of Psyche, with the B-side Choke on it from 91, originally recorded by Death. And this is another gruesome release. This is a single, I suppose. So, cassette single. Next, we have a bit of a controversial one. Most people don't consider this band metal, and I kind of agree, but I am a huge fan, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's the band Ghost. Right here, their album Impera, sorry. They always have kind of weird title names. It's like Baby Blue, Robin Blue. I'm a huge fan of Ghost. I don't care what people say. I don't care if they like them or not. Doesn't matter to me. Call them metal, call them rock, call them jazz. I don't really care. I love Ghost. I also really love Repugnant. They're one of my top favorite bands, whether or not they're considered metal. Again, I don't consider them metal. Early stuff, maybe. Whatever. I like them. Don't care if you don't. Doesn't matter to me. All right, second to last here, we have a House Headbangers band that probably haven't heard of, but you should definitely check them out. They are the band Hemony. They are kind of a, not going to say death doom for sure, but they're definitely like a heavier, more cavernous death metal band. Now, this is the album Enthroned by Persecution, I believe it says. Everyone has to be cool and write things in the Old English font, but I have the CD and the tape of this. And I'm definitely going to grab the LP at some point. I think this is their only release, but I definitely recommend checking them out, maybe on Spotify. But copies of these are fairly affordable. I think the LP itself is like 16, 17 bucks. So definitely go ahead and grab this. I know it's still for sale. Even at my local record store, there's a copy. So probably grab it, but at least grab the CD or jam it on YouTube or Spotify. And I think you'll definitely like it. And last is a Reaper Metal release. Band Hellknife. And the album is called Welcome to Hellknife. I believe this is the band that eventually went on to do Black Fang. I think this is their only release. And I think, Reaper Metal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the only release they did. But this is a 2015 release. This is actually an EP. So it only has 5 songs. This is also on silver. This is going to be a hard one to find, but definitely like that black and thrash kind of vein. So if you like the kind of music, which I know I do, definitely consider checking them out. Again, you may not be able to find a copy for sale, but if you do, pick it up. That's what I did. I didn't pick it up when it first came out. Picked it up later on. Definitely worth finding. Wasn't super expensive, but was kind of rare. So if you can't find the physical, at least listen to a digital. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think about Gruesome. Maybe I should spend more time listening to them. Matt Harvey also has the band Pounder, which I own the albums of that, and I just haven't given that a listen yet because I just own so much music. Sometimes you just don't get to it. But I did buy the newest album, listened to about half of it, and thought it was pretty good. So maybe I could do a ranking of Matt Harvey bands or something. But again, please do not forget, look in the comments section. Make sure you're commenting, liking the videos. That's how we're going to spread the word of this channel. I want to get more people listening, interacting, leaving comments, good, positive, negative, whatever you want to say. I don't care. Also, check out Reaper's Bandcamp. Buy any music he has for sale in there. And please, if you're on Instagram, follow me, Unbaptized Records. Doing a giveaway at the end of the month for that 7-inch that I showed off in a previous video. Follow me on there if you're on Instagram. And hopefully I can get the label going and put out a release this year. So I will see you in the next video.